This is blown out and you can't see it. That is Sam Newton's The Origins of Beowulf. So this is what we're going to talk about today. It's got really nice maps and stuff on the inside. Anyway, let's move my glasses out of the way because apparently they're useless. For years, scholars have debated whether Beowulf has Scandinavian roots or whether it was just passed down through the ages. But historian Sam Newton, the author of this book I just showed you, has a bold answer. He believes the poem is written in the 8th century in East Anglia. So in today's video we're going to dive into Newton's book, The Origins of Beowulf, and try and uncover evidence that could change everything we knew, change everything we thought we knew. Scene transition, title card, The Origins of Beowulf. So people reckon that Newton's argument is groundbreaking in that it was written in 8th century East Anglia and not Scandinavia, given the fact that Beowulf is about Scandinavians. This, of course, is not new to us, but I'm assuming when this book came out, that was new. I mean, this came out in 1994, so was it really new then? But what he did was look at the historical elements, which is what we're going to take a look at today. Let's have a look at this. So his examples: literary connections, how the poem references East Anglian royal genealogies, archaeological finds, burial sites and artifacts that resemble descriptions in Beowulf, and historical and folklore links suggest that poem reflects real world events of the time. So I mean, if you could prove the literary, archaeological and historical aspects of Beowulf, it would go a long way to maybe proving that it was written here by the English rather than tales brought over from Scandinavia. Which I suppose back in the day would have been interesting. In 1994, would it have been that groundbreaking? Who knows? Norton paints a picture of an early medieval kingdom that was wealthy, powerful, and deeply interested in heroism, legacy, and war. Just like the themes in Beowulf. That was a really bad transition, but you know. Text on screen, the evidence. Let's talk about the evidence. So what we got? First, Newton points out the references in Beowulf that match East Anglian royal genealogies. The names and the historical allusions suggest that the poem was influenced by real figures of the time. Second, he looks at the archaeological findings, particularly the famous Sutton Hoo burial, which belongs to the East Anglian king. Yes, it does. The treasure found there includes a helmet and a sword, eerily similar to that described in the poem. Could Beowulf have been inspired by East Anglian warriors? Maybe. If you don't know what Sutton Hoo is, give me a second. So I will show you a bit more about this, but there was a book this was actually not easy to get for me. This one came out in '77. I'm going to show you a picture of the Sutton Hoo burial. So back in, I think it was 1938, I can't exactly remember when. So she was at home on a property. Edith May Pretty, there we go, 1938. Edith May Pretty, whose estate, all but one of the barrows yet recognised, was situated. She saw these mounds and decided to go take a look at them because she was bored. And then she started finding stuff. I'll show you some images of the book I just showed you, of the belt buckle, sword, the helmet. I mean, it's that famous helmet that has been recreated in the British Museum. And yeah, she started finding all this stuff. So yeah, I'm rambling. I don't know why. And third, Newton examines medieval texts and folklore that place Beowulf's setting closer to England than previously thought. Newton's work has been widely praised. The Times literary supplement called it a thoughtful, plausible scenario for the poet's interest in affairs long ago and far away. Isn't that what George Lucas said? Historian Michael Wood described it as persuasive and exciting. Even scholars like Andy Orchard from the University of Toronto have praised it as fascinating attempts to place Beowulf in an 8th century East Anglian context. Also on top of that, you've got to expect a story like this, which was found in East Anglia, written in Old English. And of course, the English are going to say, yeah, it's ours. It's definitely ours. But I guess we'll never actually know for sure. So could it be that Beowulf is more than just an old myth? Could it be a reflection of Anglo-Saxon history? It could be a reflection of Anglo-Saxon history because, you know, at that time, 8th century, we were... When did Danelaw happen? I'm trying to think. It was long after that, I think. I think that was more like 10th century. This theory might change the way we view Beowulf. I think, obviously, that's... Of the time, yes. Maybe of the 90s, when this book came out, that kind of changed things. It was, I won't say controversial, maybe a bit contrarian, but... Yeah, to say that Beowulf is solely an English thing. Maybe, but we are talking about a time where England was becoming very heavily Christianized. And the Beowulf story, the poem, in fact, is Christianized, but it does have a lot of pagan aspects to it. What would have happened to someone who was telling stories of paganism? I read in the book over here, Anglo-Saxon history, Alcuin, a priest, didn't like it when people told stories that were pagan in origin, because what the fuck did they have to do with Christ? This theory might just change how we view Beowulf. If Newton is right, then the epic poem isn't just about monsters and heroes, it's a window into the world of Anglo-Saxon England, because we don't have enough of that. What do you think? Yeah, so, what do you think? Could Beowulf originate in East Anglia? Could it be an English story? Is it a import from Scandinavia? Do you think the roots could lie somewhere else? I'd like to hear your theories. Even the East Anglian connection, do you think it's like the other dude who thought it was more of a Mercian thing? Do you think it's East Anglian? Do you think it's Scandinavian that's been imported in? Do you think it's a different kingdom in England? We just happen to find it in East Anglia. Yeah, so if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Otherwise, I'll see you for another book review next week. Anyway, happy Mondays.